The headlines. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar says resurgent Africa and rising India can give impetus to South-South cooperation. Stresses on India-Africa cooperation in various fields in his address at India Africa Business Conclave in New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarked on a 3-day visit to Poland and Ukraine to attend a community event and interact with Indian community members in Poland capital Warsaw this evening. Two-day India-EU regional conference begins in New Delhi to discuss emerging threats due to online radicalisation. Bus carrying Shiite pilgrims from Pakistan to Iraq crashes in central Iran, killing at least 28 people. And torrential rains cause extensive flooding in northern parts of the Maldives. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar has said a resurgent Africa and a rising India can give impetus to South-South cooperation. Addressing the inaugural session of the 19th CII India Africa Business Conclave in New Delhi today, Mr. Dhankhar said there is immense opportunity for India Africa cooperation in the fields of clean technology, climate resilient agriculture, maritime security, connectivity, and blue economy. He said India is Africa's fourth largest trading partner, and as the largest democracy and a dynamic country, India has built and nurtured a robust relationship with Africa. Mr. Dhankhar said the theme of this India-Africa Business Conclave, Creating One Future, is deeply embedded in Indian civilizational ethos.
Conclave is an opportunity for us to come together to deliberate on contemporaneously relevant themes and synergize our efforts towards creating a common future for the well-being of all. Creating one future is quintessential to humanity's sustainability, and this challenge can no longer be delayed. With public participation being its hallmark, a path I am confident the deliberations will chart.
Mr. Dhankhar said the conclave is an opportunity to come together, deliberate on contemporary and relevant themes, and synergize the efforts towards creating a common future for the well-being of all. Vice President of Zimbabwe, Dr. C.G.D.N. Chiwenga, said a strong vision is the key to deepening India-Africa relations. Vice President of Mauritius, Marie-Cyrille de Boissezon, said Mauritius is the first African country to adopt India's UPI system and the first non-Asian country to issue RuPay cards, enabling both Indian and African tourism. Vice President of Liberia, Jeremiah Kapan Kaung, said Liberia is open and ready for investment, especially in hydro projects and various other initiatives. Vice President of Gambia, Mohamed B.S. Jallow, said Gambia is open for business, eager to promote new trade opportunities and create impactful joint ventures together. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today embarked on a two-nation visit to Poland and Ukraine to further bolster ties. Mr. Modi will be accorded a ceremonial welcome in Poland capital Warsaw this evening. He will lay a wreath at Jam Sahib Navanagar Memorial and at the monument to the Battle of Monte Cassino and Kolhapur Memorial. Later, he will attend a community event in Warsaw and engage with the members of the vibrant Indian community. We have a report.
During his visit to Poland, the Prime Minister will hold talks with his Polish counterpart Donald Tusk and will call on President Andrzej Duda. He will also interact with business leaders and prominent Indologists. In his departure statement, the Prime Minister said that Poland is a key economic partner in Central Europe. He said India-Poland mutual commitment to democracy and pluralism further reinforces the relationship between the two nations. Mr. Modi said his visit to Poland comes as both the countries mark 70 years of their diplomatic relations. The Prime Minister said he will be visiting Ukraine on Friday at the invitation of President Volodymyr Zelensky, and this is the first ever visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Ukraine since bilateral relations began in 1992. He said he looks forward to the opportunity to build upon earlier conversations with President Zelensky on strengthening bilateral cooperation and share perspectives on peaceful resolution of the ongoing Ukraine conflict. With Bhupen's report, Tripti Srivastav for Akashvani News.
A two-day EU-India Track 1.5 conference began today in New Delhi to discuss current and emerging threats due to online radicalisation and find ways to jointly counter the exploitation of online spaces by extremist and terrorist actors. Addressing the gathering at EU-India conference in New Delhi today, Ambassador of the European Union to India, Hervé Delphin, called for a joint and regional effort to tackle the challenges posed by terrorism and exploration of internet for extremist propaganda. Former Foreign Secretary of India and current Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University, Ambassador Dr. Kawal Sibal, said the two-day discussions on terrorist content online promises to be substantive. He added that addressing this issue requires international collaboration. The European Union, in collaboration with Global Counter-Terrorism Council and Ministry of External Affairs, has organized this conference on combating terrorist content online. The meeting will bring together experts, policymakers, academia and law enforcement officials from South Asia and Europe who are at the forefront of the fight against digital extremism. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh will be on a 4-day visit to the US from Friday. During the visit, Mr. Singh will hold a bilateral meeting with his US counterpart, Secretary Austin. Defense Ministry said the visit comes in the backdrop of the growing momentum in India-US relations and defense engagements at multiple levels. The visit is expected to further deepen and broaden the India-US comprehensive global strategic partnership. Mr. Rajnath Singh will chair a high-level roundtable meeting with the U.S. defense industry on the ongoing and future defense collaborations. He will also interact with the Indian community during the visit. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. President Draupadi Murmu has stressed upon the importance of quality education, research and innovation. Addressing the 5th convocation of J.C. Bose University of Science and Technology in Faridabad, Haryana today, she said these are being covered under the new education policy.
नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति में भी अनुसंधान और वैज्ञानिक दृष्टिकोण को बढ़ावा देने और जोर दिया जा रहा है। देश में गुणवत्ता युक्त अनुसंधान को बढ़ावा देने के लिए इस नीति के तहत एक राष्ट्रीय अनुसंधान फाउंडेशन की स्थापना भी की गई है। यह प्रसन्नता का विषय है कि इस विश्वविद्यालय ने नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति को लागू किया है और उसके लक्ष्यों के अनुरूप यहाँ शिक्षा प्रदान की जा रही है।
Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has emphasized upon collaborative efforts for the betterment of 100 million small retailers across the country. Addressing the inaugural session of Net Impact of E-Commerce on Employment and Consumer Welfare report in New Delhi today, Mr. Goyal stressed that there is a large section of retailers out there who still deserve affirmative action to boost their business. He said people cannot rely on e-commerce totally because people have to support them and their traditional way of business. Mr. Goyal added that technology should be citizen-centric.
Technology is a means to empower, is a means to innovate, is a means to meet consumer requirements, probably sometimes more efficient. But we'll have to see that this grows in an orderly fashion. We will have to see that this connectivity, this convenience is citizen-centric. It democratizes or socializes the benefits to larger sections of society.
The first National Space Day 2024 will be celebrated across the country on the 23rd of August. The theme for this year's celebration is Touching Lives While Touching the Moon, India's Space Saga, which emphasizes the profound impact of space exploration on society and technology. President Draupadi Murmu will inaugurate the main function, which will be held at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. Addressing a curtain-raiser press conference in New Delhi today, Minister of State for Space Dr. Jitendra Singh said, on this day last year, Chandrayaan-3 mission accomplished the safe and soft landing of Vikram lander on the lunar surface. The Bharat Bandh, called by Reservation Bachao Sangharsh Samiti to protest the Supreme Court's recent ruling on scheduled caste and scheduled tribe reservations, has got a mixed response. It failed to get response in Haryana and Chandigarh. In Rajasthan, the impact is being seen with internet services remaining suspended. In Bharatpur, Karoli, Savai Madhopur and the Kumher districts of Bharatpur division, administration has declared holidays for schools and colleges in 16 districts including Jaipur. Examinations of 3 universities have also been cancelled. In Bihar, Bandh supporters staged protest on railway tracks at Hajipur, Darbhanga, Muzaffarpur, Jahanabad and several other stations, affecting the operations of train services. Commuters are facing problems due to reduced frequency of vehicles plying on the road. In Maharashtra, the accused in the Badlapur sexual abuse case, Akshay Shinde, was produced before a local court in Thane today and has been sent to police custody until the 26th of August. He is accused of abusing two girls studying in a school in Badlapur. Meanwhile, the Maharashtra government has constituted a special investigation team to investigate the matter. The principal of the concerned school, along with two helpers, have been suspended, and the police inspector of the local police station has been transferred. In Tripura, incessant rains since the last 72 hours have thrown life out of gear, with several low-lying areas and paddy fields getting submerged under the floodwater. As a precautionary measure, the state government has announced closure of all schools across the state for today and tomorrow. Our Agartala correspondent has more in this report.
With several low-lying areas in the state getting inundated, the Assam Rifles, CRPF and BSF have joined the rescue and relief operations along with the State Disaster Response Force. Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha has briefed Home Minister Amit Shah on the current situation arising out of severe flood situation in the state. The CM has requested to dispatch additional NDRF teams to support response efforts. The CM said that the Home Minister has assured him of all possible support during this crisis. State Power Minister Ratan Lal Nath has appealed people to be alert due to snapping of live wires and transformers getting submerged due to flood water. Kunal Shinde, Akashvani News, Agartala.
The India Meteorological Department (IMD) has issued an orange alert warning for rainfall over eastern, northeastern and southern parts of the country for the next few days. According to the IMD, heavy to very heavy rainfall is expected over West Bengal, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura till the 25th of this month. In Bihar, former Union Minister and Rashtriya Lok Morcha President Upendra Kushwaha and BJP nominee Manan Kumar Mishra today filed nomination papers for Rajya Sabha by-elections as NDA candidates. Manan Kumar Mishra is a senior advocate and former chairperson of Bar Council of India. The nomination papers were filed before the returning officer cum secretary of the Bihar Legislative Assembly. A bus carrying Shiite pilgrims from Pakistan to Iraq crashed in central Iran, killing at least 28 people last night. The bus had 51 pilgrims for Arba'in, a significant Shiite observance commemorating the 40th day after the martyrdom of Imam Hussein. About 2 million Shia Muslim pilgrims are currently taking part in the annual pilgrimage, which spans about 80 kilometers from Najaf to Karbala in Iraq. In a separate incident early today, a bus crash in Sistan and Baluchistan province resulted in 6 fatalities and 18 injuries. Torrential rains have caused extensive flooding in northern parts of the Maldives, with damages to several houses being reported from the northern city of Kulhudufoshi. The National Disaster Management Authority of the archipelago said at least 69 houses suffered damage due to flooding. Earlier, the local meteorological department had issued an orange alert in view of the active southwest monsoon, locally called Hulhangu monsoon. The Indian squad has left for Peru this morning to participate in the World Under-20 Athletics in Lima. Apart from individual events, the national team will also compete in 4x400 meters relay and 4x400 meters mixed relay events. Now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar says resurgent Africa and rising India can give impetus to South-South cooperation, stresses on India Africa cooperation in various fields in his address at India Africa Business Conclave in New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarks on a 3-day visit to Poland and Ukraine to attend community event and interact with Indian community members in Poland capital Warsaw this evening. 2-day India-EU regional conference begins in New Delhi to discuss emerging threats due to online radicalisation. Bus carrying Shiite pilgrims from Pakistan to Iraq crashes in central Iran, killing at least 28 people, and torrential rains cause extensive flooding in northern parts of the Maldives. And with that, we end the midday news.